Hey, what's up, everybody? We're hearing word from an industry insider that Henry Cavill has been offered a role over with the MCU, and guess what, guys? It's not Wolverine. Although there have been rumors regarding that as well. Hey, everybody, Jason Emmett here with the Movie Mix. Look, we've been hearing for some time that Marvel's been chatting with Cavill, but after Deadpool and Wolverine, most people just assumed it was all the hush hush dealing with this cameo in the film. Spoiler alert if you haven't watched it. But it looks like there might be a bit more to all the conversations, so we're going to go ahead and drop what we've heard and then give you a few thoughts. The first that we're going to hit is the smaller rumor here, which personally I don't think will happen, and that rumor is that Marvel wants Cavill to make another appearance as Wolverine in Secret Wars. And if it weren't for this next piece of news, then maybe I could see that happening, but we do have this next piece of news, and it just seems a little more likely to me that this will happen. Marvel Updates, which is a scooper account that has a really decent track record of getting things right, has sort of backed up what other rumor mills were pumping out previously, and that is that Marvel has offered Henry Cavill the role of Captain Britain. This isn't the first we've heard this name tossed into the arena, and I, as I think most others would agree, think that this is great casting, and this character would be a welcome addition to the MCU. So there are a couple of different versions of Captain Britain out there, but Brian Braddock is the most likely that they would go with. First created in 1976, Captain Britain was given powers by the magician Merlin, which I might steer clear of in a movie, but he's also a physicist studying at a lab that gets attacked, so there might be some kind of, storyline there and how he gets his powers. Ground it just a tad bit more in reality. So he's a shy kid, doesn't see himself as a hero, which lends itself well to the story, I think. His powers are a bit like Captain America's: enhanced strength, stamina, speed, reflexes, and durability, but in the comics, he can fly. He also has a kind of spidey sense that he can use. Now, there's a whole thing where his powers are connected to being in the UK, or else he has to wear this special suit. But personally, I'm okay if they make him sort of the UK counterpart to Captain America and drop the whole power link to the UK thing. He also has a twin sister, Betsy, and a brother, Jamie, who could be introduced into the MCU as well, and he has been a member of the Avengers at one point in time, so all of that checks out too. So in my opinion, this would not only be an excellent character for Marvel to bring into the fold, but Cavill would actually be really good casting. To me, the biggest mistake Marvel has made is not taking a note from how James Gunn brought in the Guardians of the Galaxy, which at the time was a really lesser known title for most people, and he did that while the big hitters were still in play, and Marvel has done that a little bit, but not enough. And what that's left us with is sort of a lack of characters that we all know moving forward, and that's what they're trying to build on right now. Now, we know Sentry is being introduced in Thunderbolts, but, give us some characters that would, moving forward would be great for people to latch on to and do it while we still know some names. Like, give us Blue Marvel, give us Nova. Introduce them now while we have familiar faces. As for my thoughts on Cavill playing both Wolverine and Captain Britain, I'm not into it. In my opinion, Marvel needs to chill with the multi-character casting. Multiple Spider-Man, RTJ playing multiple roles, Chris Evans playing Cap, and Johnny Storm now in the MCU because technically now Deadpool is part of the MCU. It's just too much. If Cavill is making cameos as Wolvie, then you cast him as an entirely different character. To me, it just starts to get convoluted and confusing. This was the issue that I had with DC's TV shows. It's okay if a character looks different in an alternate universe, but if two characters exist, but in different universes, that character is a different character, it starts getting weird, and in a bad way. Think about it like this. Ray Palmer was Adam in one universe, but Superman in another, and if you watched Crisis, they made him both characters, and that just didn't make sense to me. Why wasn't, he should have been an alien in one universe and human in another. It doesn't work. I think the Deadpool films get away with this stuff because they're Deadpool. They're a little tongue-in-cheek. But I don't think Cavill should play both Wolverine and Captain Britain in the MCU proper. I think Captain Britain is the way to go. And I would actually prefer them to bring in a lesser known name when it's time to introduce Wolverine. But it's not all about what I think. What do you guys think? Drop it in the comments down below. Hit like and share. Make sure that you subscribe. And hey, if you're watching this on TikTok, we know what's going on with TikTok and it's not looking great. Please come over and subscribe on YouTube because we do this over there, and that is our primary place for all of this. We would love to have you. Guys, appreciate each and every one of you. And if I spoiled anything up there, that's because you haven't watched Deadpool and Wolverine yet, which you can do on Disney+. So go watch that and stay awesome.